Right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 315. Now, last week I said that I was going to tell the story of Luke Skywalker. Yeah, told the story of how he would soon become a legend. Well, hey, here it is, man. Here it is. One of the most important movies ever. Star Wars. These days, it's called um, Star Wars: A New Hope. Used to be known as Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, but originally it was just supposed to be known only as Star Wars. But hey, here it is, man. Yeah, 1977, where this whole thing all began. Yeah, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, the late great Carrie Fisher, the late Peter Cushing, the late Alec McGinnis. But yeah, man, this movie, yeah. Ah, like I said, one of the greatest, one of the most important movies ever made. And yeah, you know, it's it ranks up there. It's high up there, with all the cinematic greats. Yeah. I mean, hey, who knew? Who knew what George Lucas had? Who knew what George Lucas had on his hands back in 1977 when he brought this to the screen? I mean, the image of you know the opening scene, the image of Star Destroyer. Ugh, voice. The image, the image of the Star Destroyer. Just flying over our heads. Flying over our heads into the camera, into the shot. Seeing that image, man, it just shows you. It just shows how cool this movie is going to be. You know, visually, and then you got the initial story of pretty much a scoundrel, um, a retired freedom fighter, and a farm boy looking to rescue a princess. You know, and then yeah, you got the big boss himself, Darth Vader. You know, Darth Vader, played by a big ass bodybuilder. Uh, yeah, big ass bodybuilder named David Prowse, but voiced by James Earl Jones. You know, man who's 100% has the voice of authority. They had to get this guy just to play this character, and yeah, out of all the stuff that he has done, it is Star Wars. that's going to be 100% his entire legacy. So yeah, I tell you, this movie though, yeah, phenomenon, phenomenon. You know, spawned so many sequels, spawned some prequels, and yeah, hit us with the whole bunch of novels, novelizations, whole bunch of comic books, trying to expand the entire the entire um, the entire mythology. And yeah, man, it's just one of those movies, man. It's just one of those movies that you know, one, it 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 comes at you once in a lifetime. It comes at you once in a lifetime, and you know, it sticks with you. It comes at you once in a lifetime, and it sticks with you. It sticks with you right here, right here. I mean, a lot of people out there got a lot of love for this movie, for this particular trilogy that I will cover later on this year. I'll cover the other two. But, you know, it all starts right here. And then you got John Williams doing the score, you know, hit you with one of the greatest theme songs in cinematic history. Hell, hit you with one of the greatest scores in cinematic history. I mean, the scene where Luke is looking at the binary sun, the binary sunset, you know, and you can hear that operatic feel, you know. I mean, yeah, it just it hits in all the right places. It hits in all the right places. But at the end, after it's all said and done, after when the Imperials lost the battle, when the rebels destroyed the Death Star. At the end, man, Chewie never got that medal. Chewbacca, he never got that medal. I mean, Han got one, Luke got one, but Chewie, he didn't get the medal. He didn't get his own medal. Did they forget to give him a medal? I mean, at least they made up for it in the much later films. He finally got a medal in the much later films, which is very nice. I like that. I like the much later films. I like the much later films. You know, not as much as I should like them. Compared to these the original trilogy. But the sequel trilogy. Lots of ups and downs, lots of high and lows. But yeah, but yeah, but yeah. When it comes to talking about Star Wars, though, you know, this is it. Oh, yeah, when it comes to talking about Star Wars, you do get a little juicy eye. And yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, I'm starting to tear up a little bit. Yeah, yeah, it's like I said, one of the greatest films ever made, one of the most important movies ever made. And yeah, who knew what George Lucas had on his hands? I don't think George Lucas knew what he had on his hands when he came up with this thing. Yeah, he wrote the movie, he directed it, you know. This movie had everything for you, had the even though it's set in space, it had great aerial battles, looking like Top Gun, you know, great aerial battles, it's a western, but it's set in space, you know, it's a old Japanese samurai film, but it's set in space, the lightsaber battle between the one of the many lightsaber battles that you will see, but the lightsaber battle between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi, you know, very different from the prequel prequel films, obviously. Very different from the sequel films, obviously. Oh, it's very different from the later films that we will get that I'll get to talk about later on this year, obviously. But still, knowing the history behind the two, especially if you watch the prequels, knowing the history behind the two, you know, it will uh, it will bring a certain it will raise a certain ire. It will bring a certain what's the word I'm looking for? It will bring that to you, But yeah, yeah, the movie, it has a lot of thrills. It gives you sacrifice. It gives you a feel of wonder. You know, it gives you everything. It gives you everything and a lot more. You know, I mean, hell, just a few days ago, it was May 4th. Yeah, I had to promote the this particular review right here. I just happened to promote it on May 4th. I mean, one of those things that just falls right into place. I mean, I didn't really plan it, but when I realized that, when I realized last week that Star Wars is coming up, I had to put this movie out this weekend, tonight, whenever time you're watching, I had to put it out because it just falls right into place. You couldn't plan it any better than that. I mean, it's perfect timing, perfect timing. But yeah, this movie though, uh, what more can I say about it? I mean, what more? Uh, how, what, how, what else could I say about it? How can I put over Star Wars any more than it already is? You know, I mean, you can just go you can dive deep into detail on this character and this character, you know. But we already know that. We already know about Luke Skywalker. We already know about Princess Leia. We already know about Han Solo. We know about the droids, C-3PO and R2-D2. We know about Darth Vader, you know. So yeah, you know, this is just a celebration before the celebration, you know, Star Wars celebration. This is just a celebration before that. So yeah, even though Wednesday was Star Wars Day, this right here, this is the hangover portion of that day. You know, automatic 5 out of 5, man. Star Wars, A New Hope. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Already a perfect 5 out of 5. You know, that's my review, Jack. Without getting teary eyed anymore, that's my review, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week is pre-recorded. Next week, Kevin Costner protects Whitney Houston. Seriously, yeah. So yeah, you keep it locked right here for that. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, may the force be with you. Because this show is off.